6 years old on my own.
You weren't going to Ninja Turtles.
No, they didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Because they were busy working. They were entrepreneurs that built their own business, and I met them like 4 times. Before college. My parents were just not home.
They were just a blur in a suit.
I was raised by a Greek woman who did not speak English. She was an illiterate woman. She raised me because my parents were working 24 hours a day.
Yeah. But if you tell people now, if you even suggest to them that they take on any, or they evolve, they take on any responsibility that would be considered like adult responsibility, they always tell you how wrong you are. And there's a lot of people that don't care about their families. Yeah, I know. Don't be one of those either.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to be that.
Yeah.
They always fire back, and they're like, my father and mother never should have had kids. Like, you're right. Yeah. Talking to you, I agree. That your mother and father never should have had kids. I totally agree. Good point.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't know what people think. All these people, and I have friends of mine that are so against the idea of having kids, man. What the fuck are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to hang out till you're 60? You're going to be a Twitch streamer at 60? That's what LA is. LA, you have 45-year-old men walking around in socks and sandals, high all day, Twitch streaming with a dog that they adopted, and they have like Arrested Development, and many of them are on the spectrum. Some of them are the spectrum.
Yeah.
And but if you don't want to be an autist walking around in a bright colored shirt, maybe it's time to get a fucking clue.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's an era where I have a friend who I went to college with who's like a guidance counselor in school in King of Prussia in Philadelphia. And she says it's different. She's a liberal, open-minded person. She's like, when we went to school, the parents would side with the teacher. If you were fucking up in school, the teacher would say they're doing this, and they'd go, why are you doing this? Now, she says, the parents come in, and the kid's doing something. They're going, what are you doing wrong to my kid? Why is my kid... So it's like there's just been this shift where it's like very central. Everyone's trying to get younger. Everyone's focusing on the youth and blaming the systems, the older, whatever, the flaws of other things and not the person. It's like maybe your kid's just broken.
I wonder why, and I hear that from my friends that are teachers too, and I don't usually listen to my friends that are teachers because we all know that teachers are... in many cases, full of shit, and I'm kidding around. I do give teachers a lot of flack here because it's not the hardest job in the world.
Right, a lot of them are just the wives of very rich guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that are. Well, I call them summer enthusiasts. That's what I call them. Okay, because it's everybody's like it's the worst job in the world. You're out at 2:30, and the 2 best months of the year. Your ass is parked on the beach.
The hours are conducive. Okay. My husband makes $15 million, so the $30,000 doesn't really move anything.
Doesn't really matter. And I sit on the beach for 2 months while all the kids that I spent time with for a year go and do home invasions all summer because I've taught them so well. But a lot of my teacher friends say to me, the parents now are always on the sides of the kid. I don't know when or why that happened. I don't know why that's the thing. Maybe it's just this obsession, like you said, with the idea that kids are should be listened to.
Well, I think it's this theme that flaws makes you. Nobody wants to admit flaws.
Right.
It's like when I was growing up, and not to glorify, because there was a lot of horrible things about those eras.
Sure.
Behind us, but it's like. But there was more of a truth, more of an honesty about my parents just openly telling me that my brother was the smart one.
Right.
And when I got C pluses, it was a celebration.
Right.
Because I was just stupider than he was.
Right.
And they told me that.
Right.
So it was like that's what it was.
Right.
But me knowing that was like I got to be funny. So I was kicked out of schools and I was class clown. I found something I was good at. It's like people who achieve things because they accept their flaws. And they say, I'm going to make this flaw into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you tell
AD. Now kids are energetic. You're like, give him pills. Stop him from being energetic. It's like, no, put him on a stage.
Yeah.
Or do something. Figure out what he likes.
Yeah.
He's not broken. He's just not as smart as Jimmy.
Well, now,
he's not going to be a lawyer.
Now everybody's got the measles because nobody will give him the needle. Nobody gets a vaccination because we've decided that Jenny McCarthy is a doctor.
There's a real war on science right now.
Huge.
There's a real that there's a lot of people divided along political lines on peer-reviewed science on both sides is scary.
But I say, you know what? I know you have like the Journal of the American Medical Association. I say let Jenny McCarthy and Rob Schneider have a say.
And also Alyssa Milano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let them have a say.
Yeah.
Let Jenny McCarthy have a say. She should. Why not listen to her?
What has Tootie from Facts of Life got to say about this? I mean, Alyssa Milano was on Who's the Boss. Why is she on the news?
Yeah.
You gotta love how Democrats are like, how could they elect Trump? And they're like, how can you elect Trump? Because I'm following Alyssa Milano's tweets.
Yeah, who's the boss?
Yeah,
Alyssa Milano's the boss. We want to be led by narcissists.
Yeah.
This is what we don't really admit as a society.
Yeah.
We like these types of people.
Yeah.
We love avatars like Ocasio-Cortez or Trump. We don't really like understanding systems or how things work because it's complicated. There's like this diffusion of responsibility. The mortgage crisis, perfect example. If you read any book about the mortgage crisis, it's really emotionally unsatisfying because you can't come away with any one group because everybody was getting into the fuckery.
Yeah.
Everybody, okay?
Yeah.
You go, these people weren't really victims, number one. You go, Wall Street were fucking liars, as they've always been. The government was doing the wrong thing. Everybody, the ratings agencies, everybody got involved. But we tend to not like that. We like these avatars, like video games. We look at it like a video game. So you use Trump on one side, and then we have Ocasio-Cortez. We have one side, we have a game show host. And then on the other side, we have somebody who's a bartender.
Yeah.
Up until a few months ago.
Yeah.
We have a bartender. And now we have a child star.
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Has entered the fray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are the main characters
These
now.
are the characters.
Those are the main characters.
Yeah. And this is how it ends. And this is what's so refreshing about talking to somebody like you is that you understand that this doesn't turn around at all.
No. This is a cruise ship.
This is it.
This is a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And there's a frozen tundra ahead.
Yeah.
And in order to move that cruise ship, the ship does not have the dexterity to make a quick turn.
No.
It's not a fighter plane. It's not a fucking speedboat. It's not a fighter plane. It's a 747 just packed with dumb, fat, fucking useless eaters.
People.
Yeah, and you can't turn it. So it's going dead on into the iceberg.
That's it.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a cruise ship.
That's it.
It's too big and dumb and slow to turn.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
You said that to me. You're like, we can't go. You don't fix this. It's spinning this way. You can't.
I think one of the major reasons you can't fix it is because if you go out there and you talk to a person, just pick a person. Just pick a person. Okay. Doesn't matter race, religion, age. Pick a person, and you talk to them for a few minutes, and you realize that my uncle said something once, and he said it was during Easter dinner. It was a little depressing. It was right after the Easter prayer, but he goes, the people are too dumb to be governed. Because they're too dumb to be governed. It won't work. He goes, if you have people that are selfish, rotten to their core, people, this is what he said during Easter. He goes, they're just rotten to their core. They want things to consume. They want for themselves. They have no investment in learning or knowledge. They don't care. None of it matters to them. So what you do is you have only 10% of people who care about acquiring that knowledge. Now, those people are craven sociopaths. So when those people have all of the knowledge, they weaponize it, and then they use it against the bottom 90% who are just trying to get pretzels.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they want. They want pretzels and pools.
Yeah.
They like floating in a pool and pretzels. They don't give a shit. They don't ask, why are we in Libya? Why are we in Syria? Why are we here? Why are we there? Nobody cares. So when you have a population like this, how do you... Because the world is so fucking complex now, and the systems and the things that you have to understand. Otherwise, you fly out. Otherwise, you fly out of the handle. You go join the Klan. You go march with a torch. You used to call yourself a